morning, Tesoro, and welcome to TNN. Today we will be talking about graduation, choir, and lacrosse, so make sure to stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Ava, outside the library reporting for TNN. Since AP exams are coming up next week, I went around asking how everyone's going to ace their exams.
I'm going to cram for my AP exams.
I'm probably not going to study or anything. I'll just fail.
I think I'm going to study by doing study groups with friends, like going to boba or like Starbucks and doing little study groups.
To study for my AP exams, I started studying with my friends.
Seems like a lot of people are going to pass their AP exams and finals this month. I wish everyone a lot of luck. I'm Ava, outside the library reporting for TNN.
Well, I was going to take the AP Econ final, but I forgot to sign up for it.
I'm so glad I'm not taking any AP tests this year.
Yeah, fortunately this year I'm scot-free from that, so thank God.
So we are stress-free of that. I'm Caden.
I'm Emiliano.
I'm Hayden.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Are you interested in speaking at graduation? If so, attend the mandatory room 1108 during tutorial today to learn more. Auditions are held Monday, May 6th at 3:15 live and in person. Let's take a look at a video about knots.
Hi, I'm Kayla reporting for TNN. I'm here in the 400 hall with Taylor, who went on a field trip yesterday for American Cultures. Taylor, where did you go for this field trip?
We went to Knott's Berry Farm.
Fun. And what was your least favorite ride?
My least favorite ride was the river rapids because we waited an hour in line and it was not worth it at all. It was not fun. We basically just sat in the raft and nothing, we didn't even get wet or anything, and there was no drop. It was pointless.
What did you learn about at Knott's?
We went to, I guess a museum kind of thing, and we met Abigail Adams and Benjamin Franklin, and they were fun to talk to. And at one point, Ben pointed at me, and I was very happy about that.
That sounds like a fun field trip. From the 400 hall, I'm Kayla reporting for TNN.
Man, I wish I could go to Knott's Berry Farm.
Same. I haven't been there in a long time.
It's been a long time.
I had a Knott's Pass last year. It was definitely the best money spent. So.
Well, that's all for my portion of the show. Now on to Emiliano for current events.
Thanks, Caden. Anyone interested in choir can now try out May 6th through 8th after school in the choir room. Sign up for a 5-minute time slot on the door. English 3 is currently reading The Things They Carry. Let's take a look at a video to learn more.
Hi, I'm Emiliano reporting for TNN. I'm here in the English building with Miss Schmidt. So English 3 is currently reading The Things They Carry, written by Tim O'Brien. So what war does this novel take place in?
This war takes place during the Vietnam War, but it's also really Tim O'Brien writing about his memories of the Vietnam War. So it's kind of like in the past and present.
That's interesting. Do you think this is a anti-war or pro-war novel?
I think Tim O'Brien would say that it's useless to try to find a moral in a story about war. He's very kind of anti-meaning, which kind of makes the book confusing, I think, sometimes. But I think he would want us to figure that out for ourselves, I guess.
Okay. And finally, how long have you been teaching this story?
This is my second year teaching this story. So last year I taught it to ERWC, senior English, but we don't have that class anymore, and we moved this to be part of the junior curriculum because it goes well with learning about the Vietnam War and that kind of thing.
Well, I'm currently reading it in English, my English class, and I like it so far. So from the English building, I'm Emiliano, reporting for TNN.
Man, Miss Schmidt is a great teacher. I had her my sophomore year, and she was very nice and always gave me help when I went to her and asked for help.
I like the book. It's a good book.
Yeah, I remember reading that my junior year. It was a great book, miscast.
So I highly suggest taking her class.
Definitely. That's all for my portion of the show. Now on to Hayden with sports.
Thanks, Emiliano. Boys lacrosse played their first CIF game against Santa Monica on Wednesday. Boys volleyball plays another CIF game against home at Edison on Saturday at 6 p.m. Baseball also has a playoff against Santa Margarita today at 3:15 p.m. And then boys golf plays Granite Bay on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Softball played their first playoff game against Westlake yesterday, and they will play Gar on Tuesday at 3:15. Here's a video about girls lacrosse.
I'm Amaris reporting for TNN here of Sydney in front of the Tesoro Stadium. Girls lacrosse finished their season as champions. So Sydney, how are you preparing for CIF?
Well, we've all been showing up to practice and doing a lot of conditioning and training to make sure we get as much practice in as we can before CIF.
Okay. And Sydney, what was your mentality throughout the season?
Even though it was hard to show up to every practice and every game, I just kept reminding myself that every hour that I put in is how much better I'm going to get.
Sydney, what was your hardest team to go against this season?
I think our hardest team to go against this season was San Juan because we played them really early and we hadn't gotten to our full potential yet, and we just weren't really prepared then. And now we've had so many more practices and training, we're just more prepared to play harder teams now.
San Juan's our rival school, so I can see why they're so hard to go against. Again, I'm Amaris reporting for TNN with Sydney in front of the Tesoro Stadium.
Man, we all love lacrosse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, some of those girls out there are pretty fierce.
I can't play lacrosse.
Yeah, I can't either. That's all for my portion of the show. Now back on to Caden to wrap up the show.
Thanks for watching TNN, your one and only source of Titan news. Have a fun Friday.